Hey my peeps, Locking Down the Truth with Marci Lock. I wanted to share something with you. So today in my business we contracted and collected over $100,000 in one day. Now I share this with you because it was really powerful for me. It was probably like 2 years ago. It was my good friend Jesse Elder who had said, "Hey Marci, I see you like talking about living in awesomeness in all aspects of your life," which is my main message. Like, if you're not experiencing awesomeness in everything, what the fuck? There's a reason why. And he's like, "How come you never talk about the financial gain? How come you never share your results?" And I was like, interesting. And I realized there were some stories there for me still of thinking, that's just something you don't talk about. That's like egotistical or prideful or any of those old things, And then I realized it was so powerful for me when I saw an example like Laura Langmeyer, traveling the world with her own personal jet and her nanny and her kids. Like, I'm a single mom with 2 little boys and like making millions. I was like, oh my gosh, it's possible. So point being, hang on, I'm adjusting my hand here. So point being, the up level of shifting from a small end game to a high end game. So like, I started as a trainer, being in someone who couldn't even imagine people paying me less than $100 an hour to work with them because I didn't value my own self-worth. And I didn't value myself. And now, my personal clients are anywhere between 150 to 250,000 plus to talk to me once a week and to get to come to some of my experiences and work with me personally. So what took me from that to that and changing my days were like, my best business day was, I think like when I first moved out here, I remember having a business day where a couple hours on the beach, had 2 calls, and I contracted 130 grand. I was like, boom, that's like the best, that's like an epic business day. And laying on the beach and talking to a couple peeps that fit for working with me. And then it was probably like 5 months ago or something, I had a business experience where it was like in 1 hour contracted 500 grand. It was like, that's a good business day. So what's taking me to these next levels where it was like a year ago that I remember thinking about doing a package with somebody else for $250,000, and now I'm offering just my coaching for that. So what changes you to go to those levels is the level of your self-worth. And today I had a conversation with one of my clients about these stories around prosperity and sometimes these old thoughts around, well, people that have that are this. And I remember having those stories, and then I realized all that was bullshit. Those were just stories that I'd been told. And the truth was that the more money I create just is a representation of the value I'm creating for the world, and money is just a tool of production. So if money is a tool of production, the more money I create, woo, water's coming up. The more money I create, the more value I can create for the world. Meaning that I can use that tool of production to do more good for the world. And I decided I got to be an epic example of someone who created massive value for the world and made money as a part of that. And what it allowed me to realize too is that when you look for the evidence of it, like I had looked for successful people to be egotistical or assholes or those things before, then that's what you find. But when you look for the people that are changing the world in huge ways and they're utilizing their money to make a massive difference, that's what you find. So it's like from those influences, me seeing that, I wanted to be one of those examples. And I got to set up things through my programs that, we build houses in Mexico and schools, and I have a school in Colombia I fund, and the kids are on my mindset program, and feed the homeless in San Diego. There's so many things that you can create and do to be something different. Yet you find these blocks and these stories as to why you don't do it. It's all because of the internal game. So this is my main message for you guys, is like, I wouldn't be experiencing this and have that kind of experience today, where in the past I couldn't even imagine doing 100 grand in a month, let alone 100 grand in a day. It's possible when you decide it's possible. And that all depends on what's going on inside you. Love you guys. Power of choice is yours. Choose your best life. Lock it down.